Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Well, it seems that the whole world right now is talking about drama with Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber, and somehow the Justin is involved, but we are not going to talk about that. First of all, I just don't know enough about it, but we're not going to talk about it anyway. You're welcome to in comments. What we're going to talk about is Selena Gomez's makeup brand Rare. See, Rare Beauty has released another Discovery eyeshadow palette. This one is called the Give Yourself Grace, and maybe we need to give Selena Gomez, right, in that story a little bit of grace. Give Yourself Grace eyeshadow palette. It is a $29 eyeshadow palette, which I'm not saying that that's cheap, because of course it's not, but it still is refreshing in the world of high-end and then luxury makeup. This has 7 rich shades. Let me put it up there for you to see a little better. Inspired by the Soft Pinch Liquid Blush, which of course is a bestseller for Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty is one of those celebrity brands that I feel the celebrity herself, or himself, in this case herself, is directly involved in. Give and Rare Beauty, Rihanna's Fenty, the creator is very much involved. A lot of times when you have a celebrity brand, the creator kind of walks through, they sign away, they get a check, they go, oh, that's pretty in blue, and they don't dedicate anything to it. Trust me, I know, you guys, I am a fashion and beauty journalist, and the amount of licensee deals I have seen where the celebrity knows nothing about it is absolutely, it would either surprise the heck out of you or not surprise you at all. But from what I hear, and I have it on very good authority, Selena Gomez is very integrally involved in Rare Beauty and is really spending much of her time working with Rare Beauty. So, you know, she's got a good thing going here. Her first 2 eyeshadow palette releases for Rare were really beautiful and really kind of almost luxury category. Then she started with these Discovery palettes and the big kind of disco ball glitter in the middle. And I have to be honest with you, I have a few of the others here. I wasn't a huge fan. The glitter was gritty, and the matte and metallic shades and shimmer shades were not very powerful, and I felt they were lackluster. I like Rare Beauty. I've been a supporter and a fan of the brand, but I didn't give the other Discovery eyeshadow palettes very much grace. I really didn't like them too much. But let me tell you, I can already tell you that they look to be doing some formula changes, and even the big disco glitter ball in the middle seems to be a lot better, though it is still very glittery. All right, so let's take a look at this in 2 different lightings, and then we're gonna try it on. I already showed it to you in the pan, of course, these 7 shades, and they are, like I told you, inspired by the different shades of the Soft Pinch Liquid Blush. First, let's take a look at these shades in studio light. They all have names, which I will tell you in the demo. Here they are on my arm in studio lighting. Take a look at them there. I really feel that we are coming a long way with these. And how could they really get rid of that glitter shade in the middle? They could perfect it though. And I think they have really made some progress in doing so. Let's step outside now with these shades into the warm California sunshine. Take a look at how pretty they are. And I think they're a lot, the pigmentation has really come a long way too. You'll see what I mean, because we're going to compare it to 2 of the other Discovery eyeshadow palettes in just a moment here. In fact, let's start with the Come to Play. So here is our brand new Give Yourself Grace, and I'm going to put it right next to the Come to Play so you can see here. Same idea, same format. Here's our new one. This is Come to Play. So they have similar qualities, except Come to Play here had a much grittier glitter and not as much power in the mattes and shimmers. Here's another one. This is True to Myself. This is another Discovery palette. Here's True to Myself next to our brand new Discovery and Give Yourself Grace. Here is the new one. And here is True to Myself that I'm shaking up and down there. And the way I did this swatch is I left the Give Yourself Grace, the new one, in the middle, and above it you'll see here we have one of the older ones. Above it is Come to Play, and beneath it is True to Myself. So Come to Play Discovery palette up top, brand new Give Yourself Grace in the middle, and True to Myself there on the bottom. I find in the swatches, I started getting excited after I did the swatches because I saw why I really wasn't a huge fan of the original Discovery palettes. That glitter is so kind of sharp and thick that it's just, you horrified it might fall into your eye. And the other shades just weren't powerful enough. But I could tell just by swatching, and sometimes swatches lie, but I could tell by comparison that these swatches in the new one were already so much more pigmented on the finger, and I could tell that the glitter is finer and has a little bit more of a quality where it's not going to just fall all over your face. I mean, it is glitter, and glitter is as glitter does. This is true, but it just seems to be that they are working on perfecting that. I think they did hear us. There's a lot of effort and care that goes into this brand, and they've put a lot of attention on mental health crises that we are having in this country, and actually, what am I saying, this world. So I give them a lot of respect, actually, and I do think they are working on this product, which is the one thing that wasn't really my favorite by them, but I think they've come a long way. Let's see what you think right now as we go to the demo. Okay, let's see what we make of these shades. I'm feeling like I'm gonna like them a little more this time. And is that because I simply like the brand a little more? I don't know, I brought over some Sonia G brushes, and let's just see. Let's start with this very pretty pink shade. These all have names, and they will be up for you to see on the screen. And I'm gonna just take that super pretty pink shade and just put it into the crease. I have the Tarte color corrector all over my eyes because I washed off makeup that I had used for filming earlier, and I just wanted to make sure there was no residue on the eyes. So that is actually providing quite a nice base. If you didn't see that review, I am absolutely in love with that product, and now I've used it as an eye primer to get rid of any sort of color that might have been left over. Okay, let's go over to this slightly darker shade right here on this side of the palette. Again, names up there. And I am just gonna kind of get in the corners there. Already very much preferring this formula. Feels like a definite formula change, like I noticed in the swatches. Very pretty, subtle and pretty. Let's go a little bit darker here, this kind of purpley pink. No, I'm not switching brushes. Why should I? I don't want brush laundry. If I don't have to have extra brush laundry, why would I? So let's just go in some circular motions here, up onto the eyelid, and now let's do kind of a little bit of a shimmery shade here. Let's go here into the inner corner of the eye and onto the eye a little bit. That's a pretty palette so far. Dare I take a finger and go into the disco ball in the middle? I already like the feel of this better. They were so much thicker and kind of, I hate to use the word, but grittier last time. And this is still glitter, you know, don't be fooled. It's still glitter, but it just feels like a more wearable glitter. You know, the others felt like children's kind of play glitter. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not sure the glitter is the first I would reach for in this palette, but it is a lot more of a manageable glitter. It's still kind of attached to my finger. So what I mean by that is it's much more wearable, and it is not all over my face. There are a few little pieces here and here. It's glitter, you know, I mean, don't expect a snake to not be a snake, right? Or what's the old parable, right? But this, so it's definitely glitter, but it's a lot easier to work with. And the other felt sharp, you know, the other felt like you were afraid to use it because a piece might fall in your eye, and you don't get that kind of a fear with this. These are just more workable. That is a pretty eyeshadow look. This is the one to get. If you've always thought, gosh, I kind of want to try one of those rare palettes, I admit, I don't necessarily recommend the others in this shape. The other Discovery eyeshadow palettes, her original rectangular, yes, but the others of these, I admit, I don't recommend, but this one is darn pretty. It's got a cute little price, you know, for high-end makeup. I like what Selena Gomez is doing with the brand. It is definitely a cute little palette, and I really do like the look we got out of it. So you know what? If you're looking for something fun, just to kind of spice up your makeup routine, $29, if that's seeming easy enough and doable enough in a world where everything seems so expensive these days, this would be a good place to give yourself a little pick-me-up. You got that job promotion, you worked extra hard, you made it through a super stressful week, you lost a little bit of weight or able to lift a little bit more weight at the gym, whatever it is you're rewarding yourself for, or just being you, keeping it together with your workmate. If you need a little reward, I think this would actually be quite a cute one, and I definitely recommend it. But you can let me know your thoughts and your thoughts on the other palettes, the other Discovery palettes down below. It's what makes us a community. But give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. If you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel so we can keep going. And while you're at it, say a big hello over on TikTok and Instagram too. And you can get more involved with this channel by becoming a member or giving super thanks. But any way that you choose to be here, I'm just happy to see you, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.